I think it's exciting. Second session of yesterday was a little lighter, so I think the biggest thing, especially now as a pro, is like taking care of your body. Quick turnaround, so being able to do that and cold tub, hot tub, whatever it is, I think those are the most important things. But there's a lot to fit in a little amount of time, like I said yesterday. So there's no time for breaks, no time to take one single play off, and putting a lot in. So you got to learn at a quick speed.
You seem to have embraced the intensive nature of the learning, though, out of this.
Yeah.
Has your basketball brain kind of always worked like that on a fast track?
Yeah, I think for sure. I think I like learning at a quick pace. Like, I think as a point guard, and obviously that's what I played a lot in college, and then coming here is like, you got to be able to know things and move fast. And I think I'm a very fast learner, and that's something I'm grateful for. Once we put it in once or twice, I usually have it down. And, there's a lot of people that I can rely on to help me too. And I think our coaches have done a great job. I think EW has done a really good job of helping me too when I've had questions, and really everybody, like, across the board, all 15, 13 people, whoever we have in the gym, nobody really needed to go over things again today. Everybody really, did their homework and was prepared coming in today too.
Caitlin, at what age did you realize you kind of had that gift of not only the vision, but also being a quick study so that you can quickly absorb things?
Yeah, I think it's something that's kind of developed over the course of, my basketball career. I've always been somebody that's like loved watching basketball. And I think the more you watch the game and like study the game, whether it's been men's basketball, whether it's been women's basketball at the pro or college level, or even growing up, like I loved going to high school games in the city that I was from. So I think I just like loved being around the game. I loved watching it. And I think that's the best way to learn is like watching players, watching other people play. I always loved film throughout high school. I would always go in and watch film. Those are just the best ways to learn. And I think that's kind of helped my basketball IQ kind of grow and advance. Sometimes, you're kind of born with it and you have a little knack for basketball, but at the same time, like I just love the game. I love being around it. I love watching it. And I think that's helped me, learn more than anything.
The coach point guard synergies can be so important for a team. What struck you about Christie, her energy and her style so far?
Yeah, I love Christie's energy. Like it just, affects every single person around her. Like more than anything, she wants to win and she wants us to be really great. She wants us to be, great people. That's going to help us, have a really great culture. And, I think, her positive attitude about everything she does, I think she just instills values in us that are, obviously going to make us really successful on the basketball court, but also make us really successful people in life. And that's something that I'm really grateful for.
You're ready to coach that mobile?
Oh gosh, she gets down there like she's down in a stance. I'm like, geez, you want to play defense for me right now? No, she's ready to go.
Erica sort of talked about being a big sister to you and
Yeah.
giving you advice. How has that been?
Yeah, she's awesome. I think she's somebody that she simply just like wants the best for people no matter what. And like people can say that, but like she really lives it every single day, and you can like tell that. And she's going to push me. She's going to, hold me accountable. She's going to find ways to help me learn. But at the same time, like she's going to have my back every single day. And, that's something I'm very grateful for coming into this league. Like having a vet that really wants the best for you is special, and something that I won't take for granted. And, I couldn't think of coming into a better situation, and having somebody like her to learn from is, I'm just, really thankful more than anything.
Is there one piece of advice that she's given you so far that stood out?
I think more than anything, she just like encourages me to be myself. Like, don't come in here and, not be me. Like, that's the reason the Fever took me to number one is like, they saw, everything that I can do. So continue to do that. But also she knows, like, give yourself some grace. I think those two things are the two biggest things that she's told me and will help me with as we move forward here too.
You were at the Pacers game the other day, and the ovation the Fever got, you got, repping the edge and everything. Do you feel the excitement as a player just coming here to this city? It just feels like there's a lot of excitement around the sports scene.
For sure. I think totally. I think, this state loves basketball. Obviously, they love the Pacers, and the Pacers getting back to hosting the playoffs for the first time in 5 years, I think is absolutely incredible. And then just the energy surrounding our team in the summer. I was at 36 of our 40 games on national television. That's pretty incredible. And, there is, kind of a target on our back, but at the same time, that's something you embrace and you love. You wouldn't want it any other way. And, but yeah, I think you can definitely feel the buzz and the excitement from, the fans, the city, people just walking around, town, like the way jerseys have sold, the way tickets have sold, but even, all cities across, the country, all the 12 WNBA cities, whether, we're playing there or their teams are playing there, you can just tell the excitement of the league is at an all-time high. And I think that's really good. And obviously expansion's coming that will definitely help too. And we're just lucky to be a part of it and continue to help grow it.
Compared Indiana to Hollywood when we talk. The excitement has kind of followed you for a little while. I'm
All
curious
right.
your
I like that.
and Indiana in particular.
I'll agree with you, Dub, there, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I think, more than anything, the excitement part of it, like, people are excited about coming to our games and watching. Like, even I expect, when we play our second preseason game at home, like, I'm sure there's going to be a great crowd, and, that's a game that really doesn't count, but I think that'll just show the excitement regarding our team. And you saw that during the draft party too. Like, there's like more than 7,000 people here, or whatever the number was, like, just to watch on a screen. They could have watched at home, but like, they want to celebrate and enjoy these moments because they're really special, and they're really special for this league and this organization. So I think it just shows, like, where things are going to go. Like, this is only the beginning. We haven't even played a game yet, and our schedule is really hard, but every single team in this league is really good, and that's what makes it so fun. And I think there's going to be a lot of new fans coming to the WNBA. There's already a lot of fans here, and just continuing to grow that and attract that and keep those fans will be super important.
Couple of days in practice. What's your take on this roster when you look at it from above? You have a lot of great players.
Yeah, a lot of really good talent. I think more than anything, everybody just plays so hard. Like, nobody takes a possession off, and that's even like what Coach Christie said after practice today, is like, everything seems to be like a whole level up from last year already. And obviously, I don't know that I wasn't here last year, but I can feel it just by the way everybody competes every single possession. And for me, like, we got to play a lot live today. That's like the best part of basketball. So I had a lot of fun doing that. But I think everybody's just, raising the bar. They know we're going to have to be really good in a lot of areas. And, it's only day 2, and you can feel the excitement and the energy from everybody, but it's going to be able to withstand that. It's easy to be excited on day 1 and day 2, but being able to, be excited the entire year when things get hard or things get tough or you lose a game or 2, I think that's going to be the real challenge.
I know it's only day 2 and we're talking about practice,
Mm-hmm.
but how are you finding the level of play compared to Iowa?
Yeah, I think it's obviously a level above, what the college game was. I think the biggest thing is, like, my IQ and being able to pass the ball. That's always something I can be able to do. At times, it's not as easy to get shots off, maybe as easy as it was in college, but I'm still, able to get some shots. There's a lot more screening action than there was in college. The shot clock's a little lower or shorter than it was in college, but that's really probably was never a problem for me in college and our team because of how fast we played. But, I think the talent across the board, there's not somebody you'd go on the court and you're like, oh, like, I can sag off of them. That's not the case in the WNBA. It's the most competitive league in the world. There's less than 144 spots. So, you can't take a play off. You can't rest on a player. But I think, continuing to be myself, there's obviously going to be learning curves. I'm 22 years old and never played a game in this league, but I have so much of talent around me, like the passing part of it. Like, I can always get my teammates open and set them up for success. And I think I've been able to find that through the first 2 days of, that's always something I can rely on.
Have you been keeping teammates off guard a little bit as they learn, crap, I really have to pay attention if the ball's in your hands?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. There's been a couple passes I've thrown where they're not even looking, but they'll like look at the last second. And I think that's just like a point guard thing. Like, the best way to learn is just try it. And if you make a mistake, you continue to go back to it. And that was the same case in college is, you'll find that chemistry as you continue to play with each other more. Obviously, you don't have much time in the pros to like learn and, have as much practice with one another. But, the skill level and talent, you don't need as much time because everybody's really good. So, and AB has really great hands. Liz has really great hands. Like, both those two, our 4 and 5 player, like, they're really solid, really athletic. So I don't really, they're ready to go. They want to score. They're looking for the ball.
With limited spots in the W, versatility is something that gets talked about a lot, as opposed to the college game. Have you noticed the versatility as, lineups change in practice and you get different looks with different teammates?
For sure, yeah. I think that's, whether you're playing a little small or whether you're playing bigger. And I think also, like, every team, like, maybe they have a 4 that rolls to the basket more. Maybe they have a 4 that pops to the basket more. Like, it's going to vary on scouting report to scouting report. But, yeah, I think there's a lot of different lineups you can look to and go to. And in college, it wasn't really always like that. You kind of knew what teams were going to do. You knew what we were going to do. So I think that's going to be another mental aspect of, like, you got to prepare a little more for things like that. And but that's what makes the game so fun. That's what makes people want to watch. People are able to do a lot of things, whether they're post players shooting threes, whether it's, guards driving to the basket. Having that versatility is going to help our team go a long way.